Hello guys, it's Sean here from Saints and Sinners Productions, and today I'm going to be showing you my Fallout inspired gaming room. So we're going to start on the left of the room and go around clockwise. So as you can see there, you can see a cowboy. He's not actually a Fallout product. He's like a Fallout inspired product. I picked him up from a junkyard sale, and the seller told me he was made by a freelance artist named by the name of Pete Reeves. And sorry about that. And apparently Pete Reeves worked down in London on the Rolling Stones LP covers. So below the cowboy we have two ammo crates which I've turned into shelving. This is kind of like a Mojave Desert sort of piece of the collection from New Vegas. So we've got like the oil lantern, the cowboy bear, and then obviously you can see the flag protruding from that. And then below there we've got a postcard from the Wasteland, two of the game guides, and then if we just go in a little bit closer, you can see two custom made pieces. So we have a combat knife and then some Raider inspired goggles. They're actually swimming goggles, and someone very kindly made those for me. And then on the bottom shelf we've got some Fallout inspired food, so peanuts. We've got some bullets on the bottom. We've got a little grenade that's actually a lighter, and then we've got a straight razor, and then behind that we've got a chocolate version which has gone a bit discoloured from the years of being on display in the sun. And then we've got a radiation grenade which is made out of an old tin can. So it says radiation, danger. It's been, made to look rusty with some wires protruding out the top, and then obviously the pin which would make it set off. And then continuing on the bottom, we've got the larger version of the Fallout 3 lunchbox next to the Red Toad Pop. Then we've got one of the Fallout crates from Loot Crate. I actually kept only one of them, sadly. And then we've got the Fallout Brotherhood of Steel statue from Chronic Collectibles. That's the box. I actually have the statue above it, which we'll see in a minute. Two different variations of the Fallout 4 steel cases. The Fallout 4 Pip-Boy edition. And then here we have what I'd like to call my Fallout 3 / Brotherhood of Steel part of the collection. So we've got Liberty Prime. I know it says Fallout 4 on the box, but when I think of Liberty Prime, I always think of him more from Fallout 3. Then we've got on top of him, if we can move in a little closer, we've got the Brotherhood of Steel statue from the Fallout 3 limited edition. I think that was an exclusive in the UK it was an exclusive to the Game Shop. Then we've got the Game of the Year edition. Then we've got the art book from the collector's edition. There's a collector's edition lunchbox still in the sleeve, the game guide, the statue that on the right that I made piece by piece from Loot Crate from the first season of Fallout. Then the Think Geek Chronic Collectibles statue, which I literally just showed you the box of. Then we've got a T60 Power Armor. Then we've got the female Power Armor Unmasked Underground exclusive. That's a mouthful. Which Kenny found for me when we was going shopping together, and he very kindly let me have. And then we've just got some miscellaneous objects. So you can see two different Brotherhood of Steel things there. There's a necklace on the right, and then a Brotherhood of Steel keychain from Loot Crate on the left, and then some sort of, I want to say a shotgun keyring. And then there's the Making of Fallout holotape sort of cover DVD with some bottle caps stuffed on top. And this all sits on like a half moon table, which kind of goes with the whole Fallout vibe. And then if we go just above them a little bit, on the left we've got another Fallout inspired item. It's meant to be like a picture of the globe with like gold foil around it. I got that from an antique store. And then there's a picture of two cowboys. Again, that's meant to be Good Springs, Fallout New Vegas sort of vibes. The one on my left is my great grandfather with his best friend. And then we've got a corner unit with a massive plasma pistol which I've turned on. So let's just move that out of the way if you've already seen that in the Christmas haul. And then we've got the Fallout New Vegas game guide, the New Vegas Collector's Edition. I've got number 1871 out of 8,950. And then these are not all of, but most of the Fallout 4 companion pops. I had to put them there just because I simply don't have the room. So let's just carefully put this back on and hopefully not break anything. Right, we'll start at the top of the display cabinet. This is meant to be like the Las Vegas sort of collection. So we had the Mojave collection, the Fallout 3 / Brotherhood of Steel. Now we're on New Vegas. So we've got the playing cards and the poker chips, both from the New Vegas Collector's Edition. We've got the Making of DVD just behind the postcards. Fallout 76 game guide, it's just in there as I have no room. Some postcards from Fallout 4, again just in there because I have no room. Some of the cards actually on display, so you can just see a few of the main characters like Mr. House, and I think that's Joker there, is the Benny. And then we've got the Platinum Chip, and we've got a harmonica that I just kind of put in there, because I love putting real life pieces in my collection. So at the bottom it's a little bit darker as there's no light, and this is where I keep all of my Fallout Season 1 Loot Crate pins. So I've got 2 of the rare exclusives, they're the black ones if you didn't know. So number 3, the Nuka-Cola on the left, and then on the right I have the Brood of Steel rare one as well. Then we've got some Fallout dog tags, we've got the Fallout faction patch set, again from Loot Crate. I've not opened that yet, I don't dare. Then we've got a key there, that opens up my crystal cabinet, which isn't part of the collection really. We've got some Roman coins, we've got a US dollar bill, and then we've got a counterfeit pocket watch that isn't an official product, it's actually from Wish. Then we've got a calendar. Again, it's not a Fallout piece, but it does kind of remind me of the sort of thing you'd probably find in a pre-war office in a Fallout game. Then we've got a flick knife, or a switchblade, depends what you want to call it. That to me kind of reminds me of Butch from the Tunnel Snakes in Fallout 3. One of my favourite companions, I think that guy is so cool. So, close this up. And on the very bottom of the cabinet, we've got the New Vegas Ultimate Edition. We've got a promotion guide from Las Vegas that my grandmother got. We've got the art book comic from New Vegas, and then we've got another thing that my grandma got from Las Vegas, the Hoover Dam information brochure. We've got some notepads in the Your Special collection, again from Loot Crate. And then this is something I've only been doing for the last year or so. I really like the idea that Mr. House collects snow globes from like famous areas, and I thought, oh, I go travelling every now and then, so why don't I start it? So we've got one there from York, that's a little city in England. One there, that's a more generic one of pirates. Then we've got one this is my most recent one from Dublin. I went and seen Kenny only last week. Then we've got Menorca that my mum got me. And then we've got one from Lisbon. And then actually inside the cabinet I have one from Barcelona, which sadly broke. And then this is a Sunset Spirilla bottle. Me and my mum made this together as a custom piece. It took literally 5 minutes. They're pretty good looking. And then down here we've got 2 Elvis Presley LPs. I find it really interesting that Elvis Presley isn't actually in the Fallout games, where in terms of music or his name they have to call him the King, and I imagine that was all due to copyrights. They probably couldn't afford his music, but they wanted to include him anyway, so that's why they have the Kings. And then we've got like a Las Vegas style slot machine with some poker strips. And then on top of my crystal cabinet, we won't go over the crystal cabinet, it's not really that interesting for this sort of video. We've got another pre-war sort of inspired item. We've got, a globe. Then we've got my other Chronic Collectibles Think Geek statue, so there's the box. And then there's the Vault Dweller, Vault Girl, whatever you want to call her. And then we've got all my figurines from Fallout Loot Crate. I am missing Forks, I think it was that I'm missing, or was it Strong? I think it could have been Strong actually. The Super Mutant, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Strong. So I'm missing him as I started on the second Loot Crate onwards, which is a little bit annoying. And then we've got 2 more sort of Fallout pre-war inspired items, a tobacco tin and a gold plated lighter. Both of them was from an antique shop. And then a sanitary bot. And then that's just a postcard of Hoover Dam. I put it in a nice frame and I think it looks really professional. And then every time you get a Loot Crate, you get a little cardboard sleeve, and on the back of them they tell you what you got in your crate, and then they have some lovely artwork on the other side. So I thought, wow, why don't I put them in frames and see how it looks? And I think they look pretty awesome. And then we've got where I sit when I'm playing my games, so nothing to do with Fallout really, but I've got a little denim shirt cushion. And then recently for Christmas my mum made me a footstool, which is like American flag inspired, again denim, because it kind of matches the cushion. And then we've got the Fallout 4 perk poster, and then we've got the majority of my pop collection. So we'll start at the top here. We've got the 2 Assaultrons. So we've got the normal Assaultron at the top, and then the glow-in-the-dark New York Comic Con exclusive. Then we've got the Excavator armor. Then we've got the E3 Excavator armor. That was from Australia. That was a little bit annoying to get for a UK collector like me. Then we've got the Perception bobblehead next to the X01. And then we have all the T51s, so the normal T51. And then we've got the Vaultec T51. And then we've got another T51 there. And then we've got the mint green one, which I got most recently. He's next to the Strength bobblehead. So as you can see, they're all the same in terms of design. It's just different in terms of colour. And then we've got the Lone Wanderer, female Vault Dweller, Vault Dweller male, he's the one holding the Nuka-Cola, I don't have the Mentas version yet. And then another Vault Dweller who's also a male. Next to, I think that's the Charisma bobblehead. Could be wrong, I know it came with Fallout 4. And then we have the Feral Gore, Super Mutant, Deathclaw, Mothman, Mole Miner, and that's the Energy Weapons bobblehead. And then we have, I know this lighting's pretty appalling for this, to be honest. It is bright daylight outside on the window next to me. You can see the Fallout 4 Brotherhood of Steel ship. I can't remember the name for the life of me, it's been so long since I've played, but that's in the top one. And then the bottom one, which I apologise you can barely see, I think it's like an Assaultron or some sort of robot walking around the wastelands again in Fallout 4. Then we've got like a Fallout inspired hat. And then on the windowsill we've got a little plant pot, but I guess it's also just a pot for anything. It could be a drinking glass or it could be like a pencil pot. So it's meant to look like a mini nuke. And then there used to be a steakhouse near where we used to live, and they had this sign on the wall because it was called the Ranch Steakhouse. And when they closed down, I said, "Oh, could I have that for my Fallout collection?" Because again, it looks like it comes out of Goodsprings. That looks like I could imagine it in a bar in Goodsprings, so I had to have that. And then we've got another ammo crate. It does open up, but I'm not going to bother. And then we've got my 32-inch TV next to my bottling cappy, and just above that, we've got another poster of some power armor. And then this is like the Vault Boy sort of shrine. So the Strength bobblehead, he's kind of a new one. Perception keyring, the History of Fallout, that's what Alicia, my fiance, got me. The controller holder, holding a stimp pack, which is again a custom made, and you can see the actual liquid inside. There actually is liquid that moves, and it actually has a needle end and a some sort of dial, and then copper wiring. And then you've got the, I can't really see it as I've got that much stuff. You've got the Fallout, I think they're meant to be Christmas tree bobbleheads, like Christmas tree ornaments I mean. And then you've got the Amazon exclusive Fallout 76 pin collection. Then you've got the Fallout 3 Collector's Edition bobblehead. Then you've got a mask that was released for Fallout 4, but I also think they did it for Fallout 76. Then we've got the mystery mini of what I think is Charisma, the glow-in-the-dark Vault Boy, Nerd Rage, and then a Locksmith exclusive. Now we're inside the TV unit. We are nearly done now. So we've got the Fallout Tubbs Nuka-Girl. And we've got a little car, again, kind of gives me them pre-war Fallout vibes. Then we've got the Nuka-Girl exclusive pop, didn't come out too long ago. Then we've got another Nuka-Girl sort of wallet. Then we've got these can koozies from Fallout Loot Crate. It was probably one of the worst things they ever sent me. You're meant to put like your cans or your bottles in there. I don't quite know if I'm going to keep them warm or whatever. Don't really understand it. Then we've got the PS4, not really that interesting. Another Wish sort of knockoff there on the left of a Nuka-Cola pin. Then a magnet from Loot Crate. Then we've got a Nuka-Cola Quantum bottle that I made with my mum again. It did used to have some liquid in it, so it used to actually light up under a black light or like a UV, but the liquid started getting a little bit funny from age. And then finally I'm just going to show off my Fallout clothing and accessories. So this is an NCR baseball cap. So it's already pre-distressed, which is a little bit annoying. I would have liked it to be brand new so I could, distress it naturally. There's a little tag there that says Fallout on it. But yeah, pretty nifty. And then we've got a Loot Crate shirt. This is Survey Stout. It's like a lager company. I think it's lager, some sort of alcohol beverage anyway. And that one is from Fallout 4. And this one's actually a t-shirt that my fiance bought from the Bethesda store. And again, it's the Nuka-Cola Girl. The aim of this video was to try and show off my collection and inspire you guys, get some feedback, constructive feedback, see what you guys think. So if you have any questions about anything, where I bought anything from, how I made anything you think I can improve, or anything that you guys have done in your own collection, please let me know in the comment section down below. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I apologise for this being a long video. The camera quality wasn't always the best, as I am using a mobile and the lighting isn't the best in this room. But I still really appreciate you guys watching to the very end.